It is a cool and soggy day in November. In the haze of early morning a man arrives. It is the famed Lego marine biologist Jacques Croissant, and he is on a mission. He has ventured south of the city to the busy town of Newnan. It is here, at the Atlanta Brick Company, that he hopes to find the set he has dreamed about since childhood. For today, he and his colleagues will attempt to refurbish and inventory a set from the 1997 Divers theme. The Deep Reef Refuge, set number 6441. This is a very nice set. Divers theme was a subset of the town theme. Started in 1997 and lasted until 1998, but all 12 sets were released in 1997. It's very beautiful. We have our instructions. It's very important. And they are in, I would say, acceptable conditions. The box, however, it looks like a baguette that got caught in the rain and an elephant sat on it. But a box is better than no box. The pieces have already been divided by color, but there's no guarantee all the pieces are accounted for. So, Jacques begins the arduous process of counting and inventorying every piece, checking each small marvel of plastic Dutch engineering for quality, cleanliness, smell, and taste. Maybe not that last one. You have 6 animals. You do not see this in sets today. 1, 2, 3 at max. This is very good. Porpoise. Very nice. This came only in 5 sets, and 2 of them were the Beville. Look at this piece. It's very interesting. I'm very happy we have found this in the set. There are 2 of them, and they are both present. Croissant is delighted to discover an impressive array of rare and unusual parts are accounted for, including some concave corner panels, panels with translight blue portholes, convex corner panels, modified facet bottoms, and a yellow camera and harpoon guns. All is going well, but then Jacques has made a terrible discovery. I have made a terrible discovery. There are no minifigures. There are no minifigures. Looks as though there should be 5. We have none. Hopefully we can find them. It seems as though our rare pieces are mostly here. We are missing so far the majestic black ray. There should be 2, but I think we have some of those, and the picture of the seahorse is missing as well. It is at this point the counter has now become the hunter, for he and his crew of expert inventory specialists must now seek out and procure the elusive missing pieces. Ew, did he just lick that one? I was kidding about tasting them, jeez. Anyway, for he and his crew of expert inventory specialists must now seek out and procure the elusive missing pieces. Without them, the set cannot be complete and would be doomed to lie in the bottom of a Lego-y graveyard. Can we take a moment to look? Sawtooth. We have the larger shark. Very frightening. Old grey. A majestic animal. I could stay here all day, but my knees won't take it. Let us go. Luckily, all the parts have been accounted for, save for the minifigures. It is ironic, therefore, that a graveyard may be his only hope. Beneath the public storefront of the Atlanta Brick Company lies their greatest secret and an inventory specialist's greatest advantage when tasked with completing old sets. Locked carefully away and nestled within the shadowy recesses of the basement is the theme set graveyard. This is not where sets go to die, but rather wait to be resurrected. It is a set completionist's paradise, and it is where Jacques hopes to find his minifigures. If we can't find it here, then we don't have it. Unlike Aquazone and other previous underwater themes, this theme did not include a conflict. Rather, the emphasis was on discovery and exploration. I think he will do. We will have to make sure the faces match exactly what was in the set originally, but we have our rare face mask in clear. This piece was new. It was introduced for this line. It did not exist before. Very interesting piece. This does not belong. Lego made two heads very similar, but they were different. This is the one we want. This is not. See the difference? You have to have an eye for this thing. All the minifigures have been found save for the head of one. The face print he is missing turns out to be extremely rare. Well, of course, naturally, I'm disappointed. We want this set to be 100% complete, and we cannot do that. We will have to order the piece if we cannot find it. In order to complete the set, the Atlanta Brick Company will have to order the piece. Luckily, a seller was located within the US, but that means Jacques will have to wait. Today, Jacques arrives with new vigor. He is as giddy as a schoolgirl of fish, whatever that means. The missing minifigure head has arrived. His pulse quickens. Will the condition be up to the Atlanta Brick Company standards? Jacques is pleased, and now the set can finally be complete. And now, Monsieur Croissant will take us deep into the unknown depths of the Deep Reef Refuge. With over 400 pieces, this set strikes a delicate balance in the ecosystem of underwater Lego themes. Let us take a closer look. Patrolling the waters miles above his friends and colleagues is Captain James Weatherworth, or whatever name you decide to give him. His boat is a small vessel, but it is equipped with everything they need. This tow line can pull multiple pieces of junk from the ocean floor. With a long, retractable, and expendable winch, they can reach deep into the depths of the ocean. This jib arm raises, or whatever that's called, to any height he chooses. We'll look at this later. It includes a radar dish, an extra harpoon gun, and the boat is mirrored on both sides, with the exception of the red and green translucent 1x1 tiles. He has his life vest on, very important, and a map of the area. Remember, this is in the very early days of GPSs, when people still had to read maps. Red antenna, a rare color, and he has a very long line for towing. It is the stud attachment. Next, we shall meet the second crew member, Frederick von Struzelnoodle, or whatever name you'd like to give him. He is an identical twin, somehow having a different last name than Captain Merryweather, Fairweather, whatever I called him. He is piloting the sub deep within the depths of the ocean. Red propeller spins, and these are articulated, and so is the very end. There's a ball joint on this side, and this can grasp regular bar attachments. This opens up. Of course, you wouldn't want to do that underwater. These open up to get inside. Let's get some light in there. They're tracking an angelfish. And on this side, room enough for him to duck under and go to his lab. These translucent blue are already inserted in the pieces. There's 4 yellow on this set and 4 white on the underwater base. Jacques now journeys to the bottom, where he takes us on an adventure. The bottom includes this bit of rock and an angry octopus who's saying, "Don't steal my gold, that's mine." Stickers are included over here, and there's an array of green seaweed plants to give your display more life. You can use them as stands. This guy's just grabbing onto one, but it makes him look like he's swimming. The base opens up with 2 hinged attachments, and we have an explorer looking into a microscope, discovering the wonders of the deep. Over here is our supply area. You can put oxygen tanks up here. We have extra flippers, red and black, more oxygen tanks, or your what they call underwater scooters. Extra propulsion there. This also opens up for easy play. A ladder to climb in. You swim under the bottom and climb up. And the chrome silver knives. Here's a close-up of that silver knife, if you care to look at it. On the other side, we have the microscope, the lab, and that is an X-ray machine, which has an added play feature, which I will show you shortly. Let's take a look from all sides. It is mirrored on both sides. Not exactly. Oop, I'm running over poor manta ray. Thus is the life and death struggle of the ocean. I'd like to point your attention to a mistake in the instructions. This is the piece that is supposed to come with this set, and it is correct. However, when we view the instructions, they display it as having a horizontal pattern across the piece. But the physical piece, both in here and the actual picture of the set, which you can't see there, but I will show you on the box, is more of a vertical and horizontal rather than diagonal. Interesting to note, another small mistake which happened and still happens to this day. Let us take a closer look at the minifigures and some of the aquatic life, shall we? This particular fellow is outfitted with his harpoon gun, for exploratory reasons, I'm sure, and his scooter. There are 2 of these included in the set. These harpoon guns appear in yellow. There's 2 of these in the set as well. Light grey oxygen tank and clear mask. No print on the back. And you'll note that the prints are very similar between the divers and the non-divers, except for these gauges for the air tank. The air tank is a single piece, wraps around thusly. Our other diver is similar, but not exactly the same. Not the red and black legs and reverse flippers. Our scientist has the same print, almost, without the gauges. He is very nearsighted from spending his days looking in a microscope. Captain, the pilot of the sub, are identical. I will not remove the old style life vest because they are exactly identical, down to their faces. This is a very rare headpiece. It only came in a handful of sets, and we had to order one to complete this set to make sure it is 100% complete and meets all specifications of the Atlanta Brick Company's seal of approval. Now we shall spend a bit of time with the creatures who call this place, this desolate, deep ocean, their home. We have 2 identical manta rays. A 1x2 stud connection and the single tube so that you can place it firmly on a seaweed, just like so, and give it the appearance of swimming. I love the curve, it's very lifelike, even has a bend in the tail. We have older style white shark. Black octopus with translucent neon green glowing eyes, who snatches a treasure, as he should. It is his right and privilege. Included in the refuge the explorers can take above is an anchor, 1 set of the gold coins, the standard for the time. This set also includes a light grey sawtooth shark. These bodies are identical, it's just the heads that are different. We have this dolphin. Very nicely shaped. Again, there's a bit of life. There's some movement into the sculpt. Doesn't appear static. These are regular bar connections, so we could have one of our brave explorers hold a fin. And are these bar connections down here? Let us see. They are. Finally, we come to 3 of the smaller creatures found in the depths. We have a seahorse print, an eel, and a crab in a shell. Why these look so strange, I will attempt to show you. The play feature here, you take this X-ray machine without breaking it. The idea is that this blue screen will eliminate the red. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, it barely shows up on your eyes, but I will attempt. You place your specimen in there, close it, and you can very clearly see the crab. It was harder to tell in regular light of the room because of the glare that appears. Here's our eel. Watch the red. Now we see its bones more clearly. Fascinating. finally, the seahorse. We set it to cook for 23 minutes. Very nice. Oh, it's pregnant. I didn't even notice that before. Fascinating. The untold wonders of the deep. And these are prints, not stickers. Very interesting play feature, and it works. It works very well, in fact. Thus, Jacques and his team have successfully completed another set, giving new explorers a closer and more whimsical look at the mysteries of a deep reef refuge. Please subscribe for more LEGO nonsense from the Atlanta Brick Company. If you would be so kind, leave a comment as to what you would like to see next, and share this video and the channel with everyone you know who loves LEGO as much as we do.